everybody. I welcome you all to another session of Maths Clinic. Thanks for the comment, the likes, and the share. God bless you. I love you so much. Now, based on the topic we have started, we treated conjugate sort last time. But this time around, we want to go to the rationalization of sort. Before we start, what do we call rationalization? Rationalization is the removal of sort. The removal of sort. This sort I mean here is the root-like. The root-like. For example, let's say root 2, root 5, and the likes. So, rationalization is the removal of sort or the removal of root-like from the denominator of a fraction to now make it rational. That means we are making the denominator, for example, this root 2. We want to change the denominator of this fraction, which is a sort. We want to change it to a rational number. That means we are changing it to a number that does not have roots. That is what we mean by rationalization of sort. Now, let's start with the simple sort. Simple sort. When we start with simple sort, let's say, for example, I said rationalize 1 over root 3. 1 over root 3. When you are rationalizing, you use the denominator that is in sort form to multiply both the numerator and the denominator. That's root 3 over root 3. And that will give us 1 times root 3 will give us root 3. All over root 3 times root 3 will give us root 9, which is root 9. And that will give us root 3 over 3. This is exactly what we meant by the word rationalization. But this one is of a simple sort. That means a single denominator. So let's consider denominator that is of 2 terms. Denominator of 2 terms. Denominator of 2 terms. Let's say, for example, when we have 2 times a minus root b, like this, is 2 terms. Now let's now take, for example, I have 3. Let me say 3 root 2 over root 5 minus root 3. Now when you are rationalizing with denominators of 2 terms like this, we are going to still use the denominator to multiply both the numerator and the denominator itself. But this time around, we are using conjugate sort. In the last class, I said conjugate sort is the opposite of this. Conjugate of this, it means as this one is root 5 minus root 3, its conjugate will be root 5 plus root 3, and that will be times root 5 plus root 3 all over root 5 plus root 3. Can you see now? The minus have changed to plus because we are going to multiply the whole fraction with the conjugate of the denominator. So in this case now, I will say equals. Now don't forget the fraction we are doing. The opening of the bracket we did in our previous class. That means I will have 3 root 2 into bracket root 5 plus root 3. Okay, let's go with that first. Then all over this one will now be root 5 minus root 3. Then into bracket root 5 plus root 3. So what are we going to have here? Let's open this bracket. 3 root 2 times root 5. Multiplying the 2 root together. That is 10. Root 2 times root 2. And that will give us 3 root 10 plus 3 root 2 times root 3. That means we multiply the root. That means root 2 times root 2, that's root 6. And we include this. That's 3 root 6. All over. This I've told us is we have 2 methods when we are solving the conjugate sort. Go back to the last class or the last lesson we had. We can use it's just like a difference of 2 squared. And we have root 5 minus root 3. That means I've said this root cancel this root. This square root, this root cancel this square root. So I'm going to have 3 root 10 plus 3 root 6 all over. When we subtract this, we have 5 minus 3. 5 minus 3, and that will give us 3 root 10 plus 3 root 6 all over 2. You can still simplify this. You can still have it as 3 into bracket root 10 plus root 6 all over 2. So we've come to the end of rationalization of SOLD. In the next class, we pick some WAEC past questions and JAMB past questions to solve under this rationalization of SOLD. That is how we do it. Thanks for watching this video. Please share, like, and comment. Thank you very much.